Hello, we're going to have a look at task 2 now on this sample paper. So it says we're going to make some changes to the spreadsheet file, and somebody has bought this program, photo editor, so we've got to delete that row and make sure that there's no blank cells left. So let's go across to our spreadsheet and see where we've got to. So now, there's various ways that you can delete a row, and you might think the best thing to do is just to highlight it and press delete. But if you do that, you will have these empty cells there, which is exactly what the task said it didn't want us to do. So instead of that, we're going to right click somewhere in that row, we're going to click on the delete thing, and we're going to delete the entire row. Then it's gone and there's no blank cells left. So that's fine. You might find that it's a little bit annoying that you have to make changes to your spreadsheet. Why did you enter that data when it has to be deleted? But this task is trying to simulate what happens in the real world, where spreadsheets that you've made do need to be changed, and it's to make sure that you can make those edits accurately. So we've got to make some alignments now. We've got to center the program, the column label program, make sure every other text is left aligned, and make sure that all the numbers are right aligned. So let's just have a look at that. So this is the program, and we need to align it. So this is the area where you can do some alignment controls, and that's the button for centering. There are some other buttons at the top, but they're to do with vertical alignment, which you don't need as often. Now it does say that all the words should be on the left alignment and all the numbers on the right, which is how they are at the moment, but just so you can see the difference. If I chose to align those to the right, it would look like that. I could center them, but actually what it wants is for them to be left. And for the numbers, again, I could do that either way, but what it prefers is for this right alignment. And you'll see the tooltip there when you hover your mouse over. It tells you what that button does, which is very handy. Right, so let's see what's next. Now, we've got to format some of these numbers now, and it says let's display the numbers in the price column as currency and 2 decimal places, okay, because they do represent money, so let's make sure that works. Okay, so here we go, here's the price column. So I'm just going to select the numbers there. If you select the top as well, you might find that things go a little bit wrong, so just the numbers is best. And there's a little button here which looks a bit like money, so I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, it's automatically put it into pounds. If by any chance it goes into dollars straight away or something different, you can choose the one that you want from the little drop down area there. Okay, as you can see, it's automatically put it into 2 decimal places because that's the default. So let's just see what we have to do next. The sales column needs to be currency symbol and in integer format. So integer is just a fancy word for whole numbers. So we want no decimal places. And also while we're here, the figures in the other column should be 0 decimal places. Okay. So let's have a look. So again, I'm going to highlight just the numbers here just to keep things simple. And I'm going to use my currency button. Now, you'll notice these buttons here which allow you to decrease or increase the number of decimal places. So that's the easiest way really to get down to 0 decimal places. If I click it twice, now those numbers are just whole numbers. And as everything else is being displayed as whole numbers, I don't think there's any problem there. We can just leave that as it is. Okay, let's go back and see what else we need to do. It says we need to add a single outside border around the column label to start with program and ending with sales, and then we can save it with the name sales. And that's actually the end of task 2. So let's go ahead and do that. So here's my column there, my row, sorry. I'm going to highlight that, and you'll see up here there's a little box with some grid lines in it. That's where you can choose outlining. I'm going to choose this little triangle on the side there, and I'm going to choose an outside border. That's what it asked me to do. I could choose some different options. I don't think it would matter if I chose thick outside borders. Either of those I think would be fine. Okay, and then the final thing it asked me to do was to save it with a new name of sales. So I'm going to go and use my File Save As option, and just using this same folder, and I'm going to call it sales. Okay, and that's actually the end of task 2, so I can close that, and there we go, we're done.